The chair scraped loudly when I pulled it back. Too loudly. The kind of sound that slices through silence and makes people turn their heads. I reached for the seat beside her, asterisk my seat, and her hand came down on my wrist. Light, precise, a warning disguised as affection. She leaned in, lips barely moving. Not here, she whispered. Go sit in the guest section. For a second, my body forgot how to function. The music kept playing. The priest kept smiling. Cameras kept rolling. She didn't look at me again. Instead, she turned to her left. To him. You deserve this seat more, she said softly. He smiled before standing, a slow, practiced smirk. He adjusted his cufflinks as if this had been rehearsed, as if he'd timed it. He sat beside her. Her family laughed, not nervously, comfortably, like they'd been waiting for this moment. Mine didn't move. My father stared straight ahead. My mother's hands tightened in her lap. I straightened my jacket, smoothed the fabric over my chest, felt my pulse settle into something cold and deliberate. I nodded once. Carry on, I said. And I walked away from my own wedding altar. People think betrayal is loud. It is. It's quiet, surgical. It happens in pauses, in glances that linger too long, in smiles that don't reach the eyes. I had noticed the signs months ago. The way she guarded her phone like it was breathing. The way his name, Evan never came up, yet somehow hovered between us. The way her parents treated me like a placeholder, polite, temporary. I told myself I was paranoid. That's what love does, it teaches you to doubt yourself before you doubt the person holding the knife. The night I asked her if she still talked to him, she didn't answer immediately. A fraction of a second too long. Of course not, she said. And kissed me like punctuation. I remember lying awake later, staring at the ceiling, counting breaths that weren't mine. Something had shifted. Not cracked. Aligned. Like pieces falling into place against my will. By the time she insisted Evan be invited to the wedding, for closure, she said, I already knew. I just didn't know how deep it went. I didn't confront her. I observed. I watched her face when his name appeared in her notifications. The way her pupils widened, the way she smiled without realizing it. I pulled phone records under the guise of switching carriers. Late-night calls, long ones too many. I checked shared calendars. Dinners she claimed were work meetings. Hotels booked under her maiden name. I stayed calm. That was the hardest part, keeping my voice steady while something feral paced inside my chest. I hired a private investigator 2 weeks before the wedding. Quiet, expensive, efficient. The report arrived 3 days later. Photos. Dates. Times. Him entering her apartment when I was supposedly on business trips she suggested I take. Her family knew, every single one of them. They weren't guests. They were accomplices. I memorized the evidence, didn't copy it, didn't share it. I planned. I let her choose the venue. Let her curate the guest list. Let her believe she was in control. I wanted witnesses. The envelope sat in my inner pocket as I stood in the guest section, watching another man sit where I was supposed to. She didn't look back. Good. When the priest asked if anyone objected, I stepped forward. Not hurried. Not angry. Just ready. I walked up the aisle and placed the envelope on the altar. Then I turned to her. Before this continues, I said quietly, you should read that. Her smile faltered. She opened it. Photos slid out first. Her breath caught. Then transcripts, hotel receipts, messages printed in black and white. Her hand started to shake. Evan stood, this is. I raised a finger. He stopped. I leaned in close to her ear. You gave him my seat, I said. So I'm giving you the truth. The room unraveled slowly. Her mother tried to speak, failed. Her father wouldn't meet my eyes. Evan backed away like the floor had turned unstable. She reached for me. I stepped back. I knew, I said loud enough now, I just wanted everyone else to know too. Silence crushed the room. I turned to the guests. There will be no ceremony, I said, but you're welcome to stay. I handed her the ring. Didn't drop it. Placed it gently in her palm. You never wanted a husband, I said, you wanted an audience. I walked out before she could say my name. Outside, the air felt cleaner. Lighter. I didn't feel broken. I felt precise. Somewhere behind me, her world was collapsing under the weight of its own lies. Mine was already gone. And I didn't look back. Because the man who walked down that aisle didn't exist anymore.